Let me relate to one and all the story of a man, his work and his call, of how he once stood and cocked his eye on the wooden frame that would be mine. She lay out back some 20 feet long, with a raking stem and a keel so strong, with a forward hook and a mitchy bend, and a stern-shaped counter fitted for the helm. With back half bent, he scratched his crown, and he took each plank right from the ground. One by one he nailed each rib, until all timbers were finally hid. And after a cup of homemade tea, he began the task of filling each seam. With chisel and mallet he pounded away the freshness of oakum till the end of the day. Next day being fair and windy too, he tackled his grey mare and he wandered through. At last he came upon the merchant's store, where he purchased some goods, some paint and a door. His boxcar now being filled to the brim, he headed home where his work was to begin. With brush in hand and paint so white, he painted the hull to keep it tight. Inside the frame he placed a bedding, for his make and break, his gift from heaven. A house was then made to fit, with a sliding roof and a place to sit. Next he placed the risings in, constructed thwarts where men would sit in, and topworks curved and nailed just so. He stepped aside with eyes all aglow. And as he glanced upon the stern, he thought of the things that he had learned. And now that his work was finally done, he would pass her on to his only son. And now that he's old and feeble and weak, he gazes from the doorstep where he often speaks, where he and I discussed the days of how it was in so many ways. But he's gone now, and he's left behind his only son on a boat that's mine. But I often think of the mitchy bend and the stern-shaped counter he fitted for the helm. Thank you.
Oh, fishing in the dory of the coast of Newfoundland. No gold mines but cod lines, it's a life that's really grand. It's the stuff of fish and brews, it's the life that I would choose. Fishing in a dory in the morning. Oh, fishing in the dory of the banks of Newfoundland. Yawning, fish warming, you're acting like a man. The tide is not too strong, then with you there's nothing wrong. Fishing in a dory in the morning. With your body on the cuddy and the fire of it wood, like a frying you're enjoying, the black tea tastes so good. There's music in your laugh, killing big ones with a gaff. Fishing in a dory in the morning. Oh, fishing in the dory at the coast of Newfoundland. When Nicky or Dicky and no one gives a hang, you catch a shark or whale, then there's Mounty on your trail. Fishing in a dory in the morning. Oh, Tacky and Perky, you're a gay and happy man. Fishing in a trap skiff off the coast of Newfoundland, where seabirds cry and wail and the wind gets in your sail. Fishing in a dory in the morning. Oh, fishing in the dory of the rock of Walco Bight. Foggy and groggy, the crossing heaves and night. The $1 million ship, then she shall pay you a lift. The glory in your dory in the morning. Oh, cussin' and fussin' of the pint of Beckerloo. Luck and tumble makes you grumble, the falcon goes boo-boo. You need no overcoat, but a good manila rope. Fishing in a trap skiff in the morning. sailboat or the dawning getting red. I've no roof to shelter, the ocean is me bed. Till come in and pan me soul, and me grapin is a foul. Fishing in the dory in the morning. Oh, hurry and gory, I'm heading home at last. Get on me old sou'wester, stick up me jigger-mast. Now me old 6-10-foot punt, let me down, that's what she want. There's dory in me dory, there's glory in me dory, I'm a Tory in me dory in the morning.
Well, me father often told me when I was just a lad, a sailor's life was very hard, the food was always bad. But now I joined the Navy, I'm aboard a man of war, and now I found the sailor ain't the sailor anymore. Don't haul on the rope, don't climb up the mast. If you see a sailing ship, it might be your last. Just get your civvies ready for another on ashore. A sailor ain't the sailor, ain't the sailor anymore. Well, the killick of our mess, he says we have it soft. It wasn't like that in his day when we were up aloft. We like our bunks and sleeping bags, so what's a hammock for? Swinging from the deckhead or lying on the floor. Don't haul on the rope, don't climb up the mast. If you see a sailing ship, it might be your last. Just get your civvies ready for another on ashore. A sailor ain't the sailor, ain't the sailor anymore. Well, they gave us an engine that first went up and down. Then with more technology, the engine went around. We now steam and diesel, but what's it mainly for? A stoker ain't a stoker with a shovel anymore. Don't haul on the rope, don't climb up the mast. If you see a sailing ship, it might be your last. Just get your civvies ready for another on ashore. A sailor ain't the sailor, ain't the sailor anymore. Well, they gave us an honest lamp so we could do it right. They gave us a radio, we signal day and night. We know our code and cipher, so what's a cipher for? A bunting toss, it doesn't toss the bunting anymore. Don't haul on the rope, don't climb up the mast. If you see a sailing ship, it might be your last. Just get your civvies ready for another on ashore. A sailor ain't the sailor, ain't the sailor anymore. 2 cans of beer a day, and that's your bleeding lot. But now we have an extra one because we stopped the tot. So we'll put on our civvy clothes, we'll find our proper shore. A sailor's just a sailor, just like he was before. Don't haul on the ropes, don't climb up the mast. If you see a sailing ship, it might be your last. Just get your civvies ready for another on ashore. A sailor ain't the sailor, ain't the sailor anymore. Don't haul on the ropes, don't climb up the mast. If you see a sailing ship, it might be your last. Just get your civvies ready for another on ashore. A sailor ain't the sailor, ain't the sailor anymore.